I was gonna say I don't know what to expect when it comes to ASDF movie, but I think that is what to expect. I should expect that I won't know what to expect and that I will be surprised and terrified. Probably. I don't know if you know anything about this, Felicity. Oh, there's gonna be a trip without hearing the audio. It is something. It's just a bunch of random clips of random things happening with no real plot, just insanity. So, perfect for me. Before we start, I wanted to let you know that I have a gaming channel. There's a link in the description below, as well as a link to my Discord, my Instagram, and my Patreon. Damn, I almost messed up, but methed. Look, links below, click. That's it. And now prepare yourself and your brain for something. Wait, I didn't even check. This was, oh yeah, this was 9 months ago. Oh my God. Because aren't the ASDF movie things like ancient? Yeah, 16 years ago was the first one. Oh my God.
I want a divorce.
Fine, but I'm keeping the clown.
Good to know that it still has the ability to take me so off guard, because knowing what I know about ASDF movie and seeing that clown looking all happy, I was like, oh, he's about to get squished. Something's about to fall on him. But she busted in and asked for a divorce. And I was like, oh, that's a great subversion, because I thought the clown was going to get demolished by something falling, not divorced by its wife. And then it turns out it wasn't even the clown. It was the clown was a shared possession, a pet. I was going to say, oh yeah, I kind of like a pet clown. No, I would not. There's no part of me that would want a pet clown. Also, I feel like it kind of sounds bad if I'm saying I want a pet human. So let's move on. See, that's what I thought was going to crush the clown. Hello? What did he say?
I'm bored.
I'm bored. You know, when you're just in free fall in a house, actually, I've realized right now, like, was he? No? Why did I assume it was a house? I thought that was a wall. This could just be poorly drawn ground. Wow, that feels like I just insulted them. It's not, it's great. It's amazingly drawn. It's just simple.
Just a line.
Yeah.
Poorly drawn ground.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Line.
Felicity, shut up. How about that? I can't even tell you the amount of times I've been in near-death situations, and I've really just gotten out of it by being bored as shit. If you tell the universe you're bored while it's trying to kill you, it's gonna take that as a personal challenge. Well, that sounds bad, actually. That sounds like it will give you a worse, more intricate death. Bring it on, Earth.
Oh, who's a good boy? Not me.
As soon as he said who's a good boy, I was like, he's gonna be like, I'm a bad boy. The glasses come, maybe like fucking drives away in a motor. I don't know why I'm trying to guess where this is going. Probably fucking wrong anyway.
Not me. I'm a girl.
Oh. Yep, I was wrong. What do you think he said, Felicity? Not me. I'm not a good boy.
I don't know.
Take a guess. If he's not saying I'm a bad boy.
I'm a great boy.
I'm a girl.
Oh.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
like, oh, I forgot that sunglasses can only be worn by girls, right? Yeah.
Me too.
That's why if I wear them, I turn into a girl until I take them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's back to being a bad boy. No, a good boy. Wait, he said good boy, not bad. I just want to be, that is a moustache, man. It's weird when the characters get intricacies on their just like blank canvas as a face.
And what would Sir like?
I'd like you to leave my house.
No!
Not much to say about that other than, yeah, please get the out of my house. Not even just my house, to be honest. I would be satisfied with you leaving my bathroom. Although, I mean, okay, if it was a stranger, yeah. But if I was just taking a bath and one of my friends walked in and was like, what would Sir like? Can I get you anything for your bath? I'd be like, why are you in my house? But also, yeah, can you hand me that?
Conductor! He's bad at his job!
I should have assumed that when it said gun doctor, it was a doctor who uses a gun. Because I assumed a doctor for guns, you know, like maybe they just have him doing surgery on like a little Colt 45 or something. Like the most intense, you know, he just shot his patient in the goddamn face. That's not even, well, it said he's bad at his job, but if what he's meant to be is a doctor that uses a gun and he shot someone dead, wouldn't that make him good at his job? His job is murder, and I am jealous. Whenever there are kids involved, things get weird and I'm not ready for it.
God?
Yes, my
God?
Why are you in a tree?
I am stuck.
Okay. What do you say about that? The only thing I can think is like, it surely isn't actually God, right? So is it just some dude dressed as God hanging around in trees and talking to children? Because that's truly something. Oh, what, are you gonna be drinking lava or something, or like, oh no, not the glass of bleach I left around. Why are you drinking that? And then he actually goes, tasty, and it like solves his stomach problems or some shit. That's my prediction.
This isn't milk.
Well, I was somehow close and not close at all. Because he goes, this isn't milk, and then just fucking explodes. So, I mean, I was right in that whatever he drank would be harmful to him. Very wrong about the presence of an explosion.
I wish I were dead.
And
So-
for your
oh.
next wish,
See, no. I don't know why, because ASDF movie does all these callbacks. I expect that to be the gun doctor. I don't know. I was very surprised when someone got shot in the face and it was a genie. I guess it makes sense because he was like, I wish. But, you know, still, can we get the gun doctor here to... Bah, 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 bah. He's gonna solve my illness of having to look at this goddamn freaky ass thing. Why does it have a...
Give it back.
No.
Well, that's no longer horse with a baby. That is a horse committing a federal crime and kidnapping a small child. Unless the child was his. No, but he said give it back, which would imply that it was his child that the horse temporarily was meant to have, and then just, whoop, off he goes. Also, you know, I don't know if it's just me. It's a bit unnerving seeing that in amongst the rest of it, especially with this mouth. Like they give it this, that's horrifying, bro. Also the fact that like it does not move except for it's not a single muscle moves is just, no. Do you like that? Bro doesn't even give a shit. Is this the face you'd make if someone literally just ran off with a horse just ran off with your child? You're just like, well, shit. I'll make another.
98, 99,
What's he,
100.
is he going to be counting something?
Too many fingers.
Well, I knew he was going to be counting something. I got that right. Finally got a little bit of a prediction correct. Didn't think he'd be counting his fingers. Why is he so close? Like, are his eyes not particularly working? Like, if you were to count your fingers, you're like, 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, is that 3? Like,
Too many fingers.
why does it sound like Bluey, too?
Johnny little truck.
Well, she got her wish, I guess. But if you knew... Well, she knew the name of the truck was Johnny, and she specifically asked for a kiss. So wouldn't she know that that's what Johnny was going to do? I mean, I guess maybe she just thought the car would pucker up some other way. But if you have a close enough relationship with this truck that you want to kiss it, surely you're going to know what it's going to do when you ask it to kiss you. So get out of the way, or tell it to slow down. Tell it to pump the brakes. Get it? Because it's a car. It's a car, and it's got to slow down. So pump the brakes. Why aren't you laughing, Felicity? No. Because you know how you slow down a car by pumping the brake, and then pumping the brakes is an expression. Then the car can pump the brake.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not getting this.
I need a piece of paper that says laugh. You know. Ha. You know what I mean? I'll make one.
You see what I have to deal with?
Honey, don't look at the sun.
I'm naked!
I don't know what to say about half of this stuff. You know, I find ways to yap anyway, but when she said don't look at the sun, I assumed it was gonna be their son. You know, like, don't look at our evil son who will melt your face off if you make eye contact with him. But instead, it's literally the sun. Also, I'm realizing that that's the Earth. I don't know why I thought that was the back of his head for a second. Unless he is Earth. Is the sun technically really naked though? I don't know. Like, I feel like the sun would be the core and then everything else around it would be its clothes, effectively, right? Isn't water and land the clothes of Earth?
Period.
Yeah, marinate on that for a second.
So, your place or mine?
This is your place.
That would explain why all my stuff is here.
It would also explain why it's a pigsty, I guess. There's a mouse hole here. I don't really want to know what these things on the floor are. They could be clothes, but they also look like mysterious liquidy blobs or stains. You know what they look like? They look like Ditto. Does my man just have a couple of spare Ditto lying around? Because if so, can I fucking have one, please? Why was he so sensual about it too if he wasn't sure? Like, that's how I am when I'm uncertain. I'm uncertain about my whereabouts and I'm like, hey, so where am I? Can you remind me? What's my name? Who are you? Would you like if a dementia patient spoke to you like that?
I would ignore them and run away.
ignore them and run away.
Yeah.
While you're running, I'm ignoring you!
Ignore them, then run away. Wait. Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna just not acknowledge them and completely ignore them, why do you need to run away? I want you to be better.
Are you having fun, sweetie?
No.
Classified.
Why is that giving like Perry the Platypus? I don't know. I feel like Perry the Platypus is never. There's a dolphin! Also with his eye not on its face, you know? Can you imagine going through life with one eye here and then one eye here, just hovering out? And then I turn and it's like this. Would that be nice? I mean, maybe you'd see more. I don't know.
Maybe you can rotate.
I mean, our eyes can rotate.
But like one of them can rotate a different. It can turn around. You can look at the side of
Because
your
it can
face.
turn around. Woo! That's terrifying. Anyway, I'm gonna change the subject from eyes back to Perry the Platypus because, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like there literally might be a scene of Perry surfing and just having absolutely no expression. He's just always. Although I do now realize she said, "Are you having fun?" They don't appear to be currently surfing, and then when it switches to here, she's not in sight. So is she a figment of his imagination? Are they both surfing, or is this a flashback / flash forward? She's like, "Are you having fun?" And he's like, "I wish I could answer you, honey, but I can't. That's classified." And then in his mind, he's like thinking of all the wondrous things he wishes he could share with his wife, but he can't because of his choice of career. Well, I made that kind of sad, didn't I? I mean, it was kind of sad to start with, but I made it worse. That's my job here at Matthew McKenna, YouTube. YouTube? I was going to make a joke and be like, youtube.com/Matthew McKenna, but that's literally correct.
Hey, guess what?
No. Oh, that's cool, man. I mean, maybe he's just showing off his power and he's like, look at me, I can self-immolate. Self-immolating in and of itself is not that impressive because anybody can self-immolate. You could self-immolate. You wouldn't survive, but you could do it. See, surviving is the impressive part.
I love you.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. I mean, is he even particularly gross or just looks exactly like everybody else in it? But yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm on board. Fuck you in particular, gross boy.
Wanna dance?
I don't know how.
Is that the
Neither do I.
Is that the same? No, I'm an idiot. I was like, is that the same girl? They look like completely different. I skipped forward a little. I don't know why they're lying down. I don't want to know.
Wanna dance?
I don't know how.
Neither do I.
Is it weird that seems kind of fun? I don't know, just lying down on a club floor. Obviously not while people are dancing and drinking around me, but just lying down on a floor with thumping music, big bass, you know, poof, 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 and just feeling it in my body through the floor. Can you imagine just being like, you know, a little bit drunk, a little bit faded, just laying there like, oh my God, I feel the bass in every cell of my body. Sounds good to me.
Fetch the stick, boy.
Johnny the Truck!
So Johnny the Truck does two things. I was going to say runs people over while trying to kiss them and runs people over while fetching. But I'm starting to think that Johnny the Truck isn't even trying to do those things. Johnny the Truck just wants to run people over and kill them. And Johnny the Truck is going to run people over and kill them. And Johnny the Truck just uses doing things as a pretense for running people over. That's it, right? He's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll kiss you. Bah! Oh yeah, this'll be fun. I'll go fetch it. Bah! What's next? Can you drive to the store? Yeah, sure. Bah! Bah, 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 bah! I don't know why I'm giving him hands. Thinking about a truck like that with hands? Devil. Is the ice cream gonna walk
What's
away?
wrong, little guy?
My wife left me.
Think First of all, gross. Look at the frame I paused on. The gun doctor's doing good work. The gross thing was the... I don't even want to see that please, or anything. So that definitely wasn't a child. Hey, I've got an idea as to why your wife left you. Is it because you're like middle-aged and wearing a propeller hat? Is that too mean? Is that too mean? Or is it appropriately mean?
Ah, that was really loud.
Was that, did it? Oh yeah, no, it absolutely blew chunks out of his brain / ear. I was like, oh, was that just his ear flying off or something? I don't think so. It's literally just blood coming straight out of his skull. But yeah, you know what? When you get shot, people really do under-prepare you for just how much of the pain comes from the loudness. Nothing else. You know, the bullet slowly making its way through my brain. Actually, very rapidly making its way through my skull. That's like 5% of the pain. You know how people say that like, oh, 90% of taste is smell, right? Yeah, well, 90% of pain is hearing. Also, I realized I said 5% of the pain is the actual pain, but then I said 90% of it. Yeah, we don't. Yeah. Yeah, it's 90% hearing, 5% physical pain, and oh God, don't ask what the other 5% is, just accept it. And that makes 100.
Wow, a rainbow.
Is it gonna walk away?
Run.
Close. Is it? I was like, oh, is he gonna walk away thinking I'm gonna see this terrifying rainbow creature just walk away? And instead it was, oh, he got out of prison and he was about to stab them. Is that close? Walking away, convicted rainbow that's about to murder some people. More or less the same thing, right? I'm gonna count it as a win. That was so sassy. As a win.
If I'm not the father, who is? Johnny the Truck!
I just knew that Johnny the Truck was coming back again. That's why I said his name so many times. You know, it's like Beetlejuice, you know, Johnny the Truck, Johnny the Truck, Johnny the Truck. And then he just slowly creeps up behind me.
Johnny!
It's okay. I'm sorry. We have a deal. I'm gonna give him my firstborn child. You know, it's worth it to not... I was gonna say it's worth it to not die. I will surrender my firstborn child. Ha, joke's on him. I'll just never have kids then.
This is Steve. And this is his natural predator, mine.
Okay, not this fucking thing. Why did it feel like the Stanley Parable for a sec? And yeah, of course, we can't apparently go through the whole thing without getting a mind turtle. I don't like it. It's weird.
Wait, what?
Hey you, we made a new game. Don't press that mine turtle. It's an explosive game.
Well, what if I want to press that mind turtle?
Ridiculous missions, or press mine turtle's button and risk going boom. It's available on Kickstarter right now.
I said, oh, we couldn't make it through a whole thing without a mind turtle. And of course, it was like the very last clip. So that's nice. I don't even know if you know what the mind turtle is.
Nope.
It's precisely as it sounds. A turtle that is a mine. And that explodes and kills people, but I'm literally just now realizing doesn't seem to die itself. Unless every single mine turtle we see is just a different mine turtle. I kind of assumed it was the same one mascot. But now I'm thinking, is the mine turtle a species? A species of turtle is a mine turtle that just fucking explodes. Sorry, I know it does not matter, but that just feels like an evolutionary disadvantage. I don't know, it feels counterintuitive. Like, oh yeah, I'm a creature, but if this button gets pressed, which can happen accidentally, I'm just gonna fucking explode. So survival of the fittest, I guess? Survival of those most likely to explode. You're never gonna pass on your genes. Get better, evolve better, mind. This doesn't matter. But it does to me. So anyway, how do I sum up that video? How do you sum up that video? Fucking weird.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sick of Johnny the Truck.
Yeah. No, John.
I mean...
I'll still give you a kid, it's okay. It's just a lot, you know, and ASDF movie makes me feel stupid because I keep trying to guess where things are gonna go, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I got this. I know how it's gonna subvert it, and then I'm never correct. Never. No, and I long for the day where maybe once I will get within the vague ballpark of exactly what's gonna happen. Does that make sense? No, but that's okay. Neither does ASDF movie, and that's fine. So I don't have to make sense. So in the past with the turtles, then we're gonna floor and get to the camera and head down to the whiteboard place. Yeah, I made perfect sense. Yeah, it's over. Me, this video, my channel, Johnny. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed whatever this is, despite me. And yep, but bye now.